Hi everyone, I'm going to do my presentation for my final of Art 111 about a local work of art called Morris the Horse. He is a local statue to me here in the town of Tryon, North Carolina, where I live. He's a wooden statue located within the heart of Tryon, North Carolina, and the statue was first created in 1928 as an advertisement for the Tryon Horse Show, which is a local horse show still going on to this day. He has stood the test of time and has become a symbol of Tryon as we know it. The setting of the Tryon horse, or Morris as he's better called, he's located on the corner of Trade and Packlot Street, and those are the main roads that run through Tryon, North Carolina. And it stands, depending on the season, the statue will have different shrubberies around it. At the current time, it's got sort of some green hedges around it. But in the springtime and here pretty soon, when I went and visited, it looked like they were getting ready to put in some more flowers. And so they'll do flowers, and in the Christmas time, they'll decorate Morris with lights and wreaths and different things. And he's really become a member of the community in a way. You know, he is just a statue, but he brings the community together, and depending on how he's decorated, it sort of helps to show a changing of the seasons. So, going right along those lines, his relationship to the community, he's become a huge piece of Tryon. He's on all kinds of t-shirts and ornaments, and the steeplechase blockhouse races that we have. He's on all the flags when they start promoting that. He's really just a cute part of the town, and he's well loved by everyone. He really is the symbol of Tryon, and the fact of it's, as we like to know, at the heart of horse country, and a town full of history in terms of, you have fox hunting, and you have the Tryon Equestrian Center, and he really just represents all of that and is a real unifier to this community. So a little bit of the backstory on where Morris, or the Tryon horse, came from. He was originally a toy created by the Tryon toy makers, which were a group of workers in the 1920s here in Tryon that created toys after sort of the European style of wooden toys. And they created these toys. The first known Morris the Horse toy was documented in a local newspaper. And these Tryon toy makers became really well respected and were really known really well by the community, and really gave Tryon a lot of life. A lot of toys came out of Tryon, North Carolina during the 1920s into the 1930s. It's sort of an interesting point about the Tryon toy makers. They never patented any of their toys, including Morris. And that is what has given him the ability to continue to stand the test of time, and he is able to be printed on many different things, and there was no pushback for him to become really that symbol of the town. And so the Tryon Toy House is no longer there. It was lost in a fire in 1939, but it still holds a substantial piece. There's a history marker there about the Tryon Toy House as pictured on slide 5. So, the original statue that became known as Morris the Horse and is what the current Morris the Horse is a replica of, came to be in 1928 when two boys, Odell Peeler and Meredith Lankford, made a giant version of the toy for the town parade. And it was an advertisement for the Tryon Riding and Hunt Club horse show that they have every year. It's still a horse show to this day. And so it ended up getting pulled through the town, and was the boys that created it, they wrote on it. And they ended up naming that original Morris the Horse Eleanor, is what they called her. And sadly, in 1939, she was destroyed in a fire, the same fire that was believed to destroy the Tryon Toy Shop. And so yeah, it was a symbol of the community, and children and everybody would look forward to when it would make its appearance about once a year for that parade. And it was kept in hiding most of the other times in the local basement of the Tryon Toy House. So Morris now, in the 1980s, it was sort of decided that this wooden horse needed a real name besides just the Tryon horse. And so Mary Flynn Moore, who was involved in the development of the horse and what became Morris the Horse, named it Morris. There was no real particular reason. She just came up with Morris on the spot, and it sort of stuck. So yeah, since the original statue that was made of wood and the legs were tree trunks, and it was a gigantic statue, 4 smaller versions have been made of fiberglass. One of them was vandalized, one of them was stolen, and so we are currently on version number 4. And the current one is located right in the heart of Tryon, and it's about SUV sized. You can't miss it by any means, and it remains on the corner and is just a symbol of the town. It no longer goes on any tours or anything, but is regularly decorated throughout the season. So Morris the Horse is not connected to any real particular style of art. It's more of a toy, and it's really part of the toy maker era that happened in America in the 1920s and 30s. But he does fall a bit under realism, as he's very recognizable as a horse, and though, his proportions and etc. are not to the exact replications, he is very recognizable as a horse and under that time. But in terms of movements, he really falls under the toy making era of the 1920s, 1930s that really went through America and obviously small town Tryon. Lastly, just another little bit about the connection to the community of Morris and what he has come to be. So he's a representation of history found within the town for sure. He not only is a sort of a memorial for the Tryon toy makers and their efforts, he helps to stand for those equestrian life that we have here, and he's just a symbol of what this town is really all about. And he also just is a symbol of unity really for the town, and there's no like people say the town of Tryon, and it's the Tryon horse is one of the first things that people think of, and it's something people that pass by, they all want to go and see the Tryon horse, and it's really just a symbol of the community and the time and everything that has gone into the creation of the town of Tryon. So on this last slide here, number 9, I have included a picture of a poem about Morris, and it was written in 1982, but it is signed by those who were part of its creation, not so much those of the Tryon toy makers, but the ones that have really kept the legacy of the Tryon horse going. And it's just a poem about how they feel about the horse and what they hope the community will find about the horse. And so, overall, Morris the horse is a huge piece of history and of almost community within Tryon, and is going to be a symbol that stands for the rest of time, hopefully, in the town of Tryon. So I very much enjoyed this class and getting to know all of you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.